Hi everyone, this is Abbas from Lead Training Center, and in the series of videos for Excel, today we are looking at video number 18, pivot table. As a feature, pivot table is very useful in Excel by basic and advanced users, and it is useful for preparing reports as well. Now let's see an example of pivot table from the inventory sheet that we have for data over here. Now let's say we would like to get the total quantity, and so let me first select the data from here, and then after selecting the data I would like to go to the insert option, tables. Within the table section directly see the pivot table feature here, and once pivot table pops up, you can select a range of data over here. Since we selected already the range, it's appearing over here, or we can again reselect the data over here, and pivot table can be created in a new worksheet, or we can use an existing worksheet and point to one existing cell. So this gives me a pivot table design, and here I have the fields, so I can select the fields. Now in my first example, I am going to get the total quantity of goods that are kept on every rack. So click on the rack number over here from the fields, and once I click on the rack number, it's a text field, so by default it takes on the rows section. So as you can see, there are 4 sections over here: rows, values, columns and filters. We look at different sections. Then the quantity, if I click on it, directly takes it to the value section, since it assumes that it's a numeric value and we would like to calculate it, so it takes us directly over here. Fine. So in this simple 2 steps I have achieved my result of getting the total quantity, and it hardly takes a few seconds to do the steps. Now suppose I would like to also include the size over here, that how much quantity is stored for each size over here for the shoes, and I click on the size and I purposely drag the size to the columns section over here instead of taking the total, because by default if I click, it takes me to the values section. I don't want to add the size, I just want to display the size. So here I have the size in the reports. It shows me size number 6, 7, 8 and all those sizes, and gives me the total quantity per size that I have. Fine. So this is a more generic report which includes 2 things. One is the rack number wise total, as well as size wise total I have over here. Fine. So this is the first example that I would like to take for pivot table. Now in my second quick example, what I can do is I can insert a pivot table over here itself. So I click on the insert section over here, tables, pivot table, and choose the data over here. So in the data I can go back to the inventory sheet and select the data quickly. So I select the data that I want from the other sheet, inventory sheet, and now this gives me another layout of pivot table. Now in this example I am going to look at item code wise total. For each item that I have, how much the total quantity I have. So I can click on the item code once, which shows the item code immediately over here, and then click on the total quantity that I have for that item. So click on the quantity section, which gives me the total of that particular item. So I got it very quickly. And how much is the value for that particular item I am having right now in my inventory. So click on the total amount. So both those values are coming next to each other because they are added in the values section over here. So as you can see in this video, I have focused on 2 basic features of pivot table. So thank you very much for watching this video on pivot table. Please look ahead for more videos on pivot tables and other topics on Excel in our channel, and please visit our website. Thank you very much.